Hi, my name is Deandra. I'm a student at Seneca Polyantech. I'm in the aviation program studying to become a flight attendant. What motivates me is my passion for excellent customer service. As you may know, there's a quote that goes, "Chivalry is dead." I don't want to see that happen with customer service. So when you're a flight attendant, there are three positions. You have your in-charge, your galley, and your aisle. The in-charge is the lead flight attendant. She's the one that is responsible for all the safety regulations, and she'll document everything. You usually see her at the front of the aircraft by the 1L door, and she can be checking your boarding pass. She has her own pre-flight checks that she also has to do. She also briefs the other flight attendants on what their positions are and what to expect during the flight. The in-charge is also there as like a liaison between the cabin crew and the pilot to relate to any type of information, but she's mainly there to enforce that safety regulations are being followed. The in-charge also is responsible for making certain PA announcements such as turbulence, and when the flight attendants are doing their safety demonstration, you're more than likely hearing the in-charge over the PA system. So she's basically pretty much floating around everywhere, but you'll always find her at the 1L door. There is also a ELS, which is emergency light switch, and in case of emergency, the lights for some reason do not go on immediately. She can definitely be the one to press that button so we can see where to go and exit the safety. The other flight attendant is the galley flight attendant. You can have more than one galley flight attendant in the aft of the aircraft or in the forward of the aircraft. The galleys are usually pretty much where these flight attendants would do all the catering requests. They ensure that they have all of the meals ready. They'll make sure that all the SSRMs are matching what's actually in the pantry and what it is that will be serving everyone, that we have everything accounted for. They sanitize things that need to be sanitized. They have their own sets of pre-flight checks, ensuring that the trolleys are in place, that the catering items have been checked. There's many different compartments in the galley, so they have to make sure everything is in order. Even things like the coffee and the tea, they have to do a check on those. Turn it on, turn it off, make sure it's working, get the coffee going, get the tea going. If beers and wine aren't chilled, they got to chill that. So all of that usually tries to be done within 30 to 60 minutes. They try to do all of this prior to the passengers boarding. And once all the catering equipments are set and everything is accounted for, if there's nothing that needs to be documented, they don't have to call the catering crew to stock up on anything. Then they're just preparing everything for the in-flight meal service. As for the aisles flight attendant, these ladies or guys are with the passengers the most, and they're dealing with everything from customer concern to switch changes to safety concern, monitoring the passengers for unusual behaviors or someone that may fall ill or hearing abnormal sounds in the aircraft by a window or an engine. They also do their 15 minutes patrol. They check the aisle, make sure no customers require any assistance. Some people are shy to press the PSU above their head, but they go and they check on customers directly the most. They do checks in the lab to make sure that it's all in order and all the safety checks everything checks out. And if there are any issues with the passengers, the in-charge flight attendant can go over and then assist. So the in-charge is pretty much like the supervisor for that cabin crew right there, but she's not a supervisor. She's just a lead flight attendant who has a little bit more specialized training than the aisles flight attendant or the galley flight attendant. So everyone kind of does their walkthrough. It's not really just one, but all flight attendants have to do a pre-flight check. But like I said, the in-charge is the lead. The galley flight attendants, they're doing the catering, and the aisles flight attendants is more the one after delivering items. They're like responding to customers' concerns or questions or enforcing policies. I would say that if I was to pick which role I wanted to be, I would want to be a aisles flight attendant, and that's because I like meeting new people and I'm great at de-escalation and I stay calm under pressure, and all of that comes from my work experience in the security industry. So I have over 15 years of security related experience, and I want to transfer all those skills into a in-flight flight attendant who gets to manage, handle, find solution to issues, think outside the box, and then you just sometimes have to enforce policies, even if it's put on your seatbelt, because it's turbulence and this is for your safety, and I'm required to allow you to let you know why. So that's basically